Have you ever caught yourself talking to yourself? Not in your head, out loud, maybe while looking for something, maybe while solving a problem, or maybe when nobody else was around. And for a second, you wondered, am I the only one who does this? Because talking to yourself seems strange. Most people assume it's a bad sign. Some even think it means you're losing your mind. But what if the opposite is true? What if talking to yourself is actually a sign that your brain is working more efficiently? And what if some of the smartest people on Earth do it every single day? Let's find out.
Imagine this. You're running late. Your keys are missing. You check the table, nothing. You check your pocket, nothing. Then suddenly you say, okay, where did I leave them? Notice something? You didn't just think it, you said it out loud. Why? Because your brain instinctively knows something most people don't. Speaking can help thinking. Sounds strange, but researchers discovered that verbalizing a task can improve focus and performance. When thoughts stay inside your head, they compete for attention. One thought jumps to another, and another, and another. Your mind becomes noisy, but the moment you speak, the noise starts organizing itself. It's like turning scattered puzzle pieces into a picture. Suddenly, things become clearer and easier to understand. But here's where it gets interesting. Your brain isn't a single voice. It only feels that way. In reality, different parts of your brain are constantly competing. One part wants comfort, another wants growth. One part wants to sleep, another wants to finish the work. One part says, do it tomorrow, another says, do it now. And that's where self-talk becomes powerful, because speaking out loud forces those competing thoughts into the open. Instead of chaos, you create structure. Instead of confusion, you create direction. Think of it like being both the coach and the player at the same time.
This is why athletes talk to themselves. Before a big moment, you'll hear them say things like, stay focused, you've got this, one step at a time. They're not being dramatic. They're programming their attention. The same thing happens with elite performers, chess players, entrepreneurs, scientists, even astronauts. Many of them use self-talk to stay calm under pressure, because when the situation becomes stressful, the brain naturally starts losing control. Self-talk helps pull it back, like grabbing the steering wheel before a car drifts off the road. But there's another reason intelligent people often talk to themselves. And it's surprisingly simple. They spend more time thinking, a lot more. Most people react. Smart people analyze. They question things. They replay situations. They explore possibilities. And sometimes those thoughts become too complex to keep inside. So they speak them, not because they're confused, but because they're trying to understand something deeper. Talking becomes a tool, a way to test ideas, a way to challenge assumptions, a way to discover answers. In fact, many great thinkers throughout history were known for speaking their thoughts aloud, because hearing an idea can reveal flaws that thinking alone cannot. Now, here's a common misconception. Talking to yourself is not the same as hearing voices. They're completely different. Healthy self-talk is something you control. You know the voice belongs to you. You choose when it starts and when it ends. That's normal. In fact, psychologists often encourage positive self-talk because it can reduce stress, increase confidence, and improve decision-making. The way you speak to yourself matters more than most people realize, because eventually, the voice you hear most often becomes the voice you believe. So, the next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, don't rush to feel embarrassed. Don't assume something is wrong. You might simply be doing what intelligent minds have always done: organizing thoughts, solving problems, training focus, and understanding themselves a little better. Because sometimes the smartest conversation in the room isn't happening between two people, it's happening between you and yourself. Think about that.